So according to a study, about 86% of Gen Zers experience menu anxiety at a restaurant, and 34% reported feeling so anxious that they have someone else order for them. So basically, you know when you see someone you have a crush on and you're just like torqued up, but you're too nervous to say what up? That's how Gen Z feels about menus at restaurants. They basically need like a wingman to come in and be like, he's super nervous, but he does want spaghetti and meatballs. So according to this article, one particular Gen Zer, Skylar, asked his grandfather, who stormed the beaches on D-Day in Normandy, to order a grilled cheese for him. Another Gen Zer, Braden, says he has to order ahead of time via Zoom. And if he's not able to do that, he gets super nervous and he just asks for a Caesar, even if they don't have it on the menu, and then he leaves. And then Jaden Smith, of Will Smith fame, was asked what he thinks about menus, and he's like,
dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
So he wasn't able to get his calamari. And I'm really stoked that Jaden is thinking about global health while hitting up Chili's. Many Gen Zers also claim they're unable to stop scrolling past long food descriptions because there's not a good hook. Waiters also complain about orders via TikTok dance, which I'm all about free expression, but I just don't know how you convey chicken parm via pop locking. But I guess if you were twerking, I'd be like, okay, this person wants dumplings. If you were doing the shuffle, I'd be like, this is a vegan. Another complaint is not being able to pronounce words on the menu, which I super sympathize with. Like, I've gone through that before, but dude, you should know how to pronounce hors d'oeuvres before hitting Buca di Beppo. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna drop the hammer down. It's time to grow up and order some bruschetta. And you know what, Gen Z? Put that girl dinner down, order some Worcestershire sauce, and then get some foie gras. Sorry to lay down the hammer, but I take sophistication very seriously. I'm pretty much French. Bonjour. The article goes on to explain that many Gen Zers choose food items based on what'll look best on social media. Like, if your plate doesn't translate to a fire Insta post, it's almost like you didn't even order it. I learned this lesson when I posted a shepherd's pie and I got dumped. She was basically like, you're too sloppy for the gram, babe. Like, I need a man who understands the beauty of a truffle ganache. And I was like, lesson learned, babe. Like, you came into my life for a reason, and honestly, I think it was to teach me the importance of presentation. But I also learned that she was cheating on me, so take that as a lesson, kids. Yeah. Broke my heart in freaking million pieces, which I then put in a shepherd's pie and I gobbled up in the form of life lessons. The guy she cheated on me with was like just posting beef Wellingtons and freaking cordon bleu and just crushing it. So I totally understand where she was coming from. He also had a fat cock. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if your partner is criticizing your gram etiquette, she's probably playing tonsil hockey with a guy named Rod. And boomers, you think we have it so easy, but you don't understand what it's like to have to think about how photogenic your food is, okay? Like, you guys can just crush a chicken pot pie with no repercussions, even though it looks like duty in a freaking pie hole. Like, try thinking about which food you're hungry for and also which will get you fire engagement. That's two parts of your mind, the left and the right module of your brain, coming at each other, and it's just a firestorm of confusion. Because this side of my brain might be like, I want spaghetti and meatball, but the other side of my brain will like, well, sush would really pop on the gram. And I'm like, you know, damn it. Not to mention sky high prices due to inflation, which, not to be accusatory on this, I'm trying to do this with a posy vibe, but you guys kind of did create that with your irresponsible practices when it came to lending, specifically subprime mortgages. I mean, you guys were not on the ball on that, and you kind of boned us for a while. And now you're sort of like sitting in your unpaid off condos while you mock us for our social media practices when it comes to eating food and not being able to read menus and getting nervous about that. But it's like, at least we didn't like create a global economic collapse. Because like right now, on top of making sure that your meal looks chic, you also have to pay your whole rent for a good dish. Like a dank ass Wagyu has gone from 72 bones to 135, not because the quality has gone up, but because it gives a massive boost to your followers and people take advantage of that. One Gen Zer was like, I felt lost trying to choose between the $16 grilled broccoli and a $240 dry aged tomahawk steak in the for the table group. On the one hand, I had to sell my Corolla, but on the other hand, I didn't want people to even know I drove a Toyota Corolla. So I sold the whip, bought a bus ticket, and racked up likes. On the gram, no one can tell if you're well-liked, but they can tell if you're a huge pussy. And yeah, I agree. Like, I'd rather be liked on the gram than have a home. That's just common sense. And Italian spots are asking for 180 bones for truffle fungus shavings. Yeah, I don't know what truffles are, but if they don't bring me to the multiverse to say what up to God, then I'm out. Also, who knew that Italians were into shrooms? I love the Italians. That culture is so tight. Bonjour. So what's the takeaway here? Well, let's put our phones down, put our forks up, and stop being soft. Plus, with all the hikes in food prices, I can't afford new cargo pants, so I'm stuck with my '08 skinny jeans. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to another segment of Chad News Now. I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, subscribe. Keep building this thing up. Spread the good word if you enjoy these segments. If there are any stories you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. And most of all, guys, shout out to our sponsor, Roback. Use promo code CHAD, 20% off. This is Roback. And as always, stay stoked. And finally, let's have Brittany dance us on out. Brittany?